Hey guys, welcome back to Civil Saturday. I know it's been a little while, it's kind of been on and off. A lot of the stuff we're doing is getting this alpha ready, and I'm not able to upload too many videos because there's a lot of stuff we're doing behind the scenes, not a lot of stuff on the front end. But, in the last video you saw our character customization system, and in this video we're going to talk about some plans for something that we'd like to integrate after the alpha comes out that we're trying to get ready. So you have your regular play tab here, but you also have this community tab that brings up community games. And we're going to kind of talk today about how these community games are going to work and what they actually consist of, or at least what the plans are for those. So what is a community game? It can be seen as a community server of sorts. There's a game mode and the player list, and obviously the server name and information about the server. This allows players that maybe don't like Civil's RP system to, create their own and make their own private servers for those, or if they don't even want to RP at all, maybe they can make a sandbox mode or they could do something like that. We're going to provide tools and stuff for this that I'll show in the rest of the video. Well, that's kind of the plan so far. Let's look into what we have for the tools currently. All right, so this is the Civil Server Toolkit. It'll be provided on Steam as a tool soon, but not right now because we're still getting it working. And right now this is the GitHub page. And if you guys don't know what GitHub is, that's perfectly fine. It's just Dropbox for nerds. But I'll show you some of the systems here and how they work. So here's the Civil Server tools. You obviously need the Civil Server executable in order to get this to work, but we're doing it through batch right now, which you'll just run your server through this batch file. It does some really simple stuff. It packages some of your settings and then it deploys them to your server and then runs the executable, which you can just put the location of it right here. It's really easy to do. And we're obviously going to make this a little bit more user-friendly than just giving you guys code. But that's just it for now. This is just for testing. So first of all, we have player data, plugins, and server config. These are the most important folders right here. This is the player data. It allows you to see all the players that are, not technically all the players that play on your server, but if you want to whitelist people, for example, you can go into this little database and you can put a Steam 64 ID in here, and then you can turn this Boolean on or off if they're a moderator. And with that, in your customized game mode, you can set what that moderator option means. So you can give them control to do whatever they want, really. And we're also looking into adding more custom parameters and stuff and how we're going to store player data on the servers. That has not been figured out yet. And we also do not have plugin support yet, but we're going to get that as soon as we can. Our priorities right now are focused on the alpha, so this is just a prototype, but when we are finished with the alpha, we're going to go a lot harder on creating these Civil Server tools to make them a little bit more dynamic and let you guys do whatever you want to do with them. Here's our plugins. The plugins are just little pack mods, so you can put a mod in here and you can put customized maps, customized 3D models and stuff, and we'll deliver them to the clients when they connect to your server so they can see everything. And then, of course, last but not least, here's the Civil Server config. You have a little icon. You can set that to whatever, or you can set it to a customized link. Here's your preferences. They're very simple. Just output the log, gravity, and then there's a seed if you have any randomized features in your map. And then there's the Civil Server info. So this is what's going to show up for people who are looking at your server through the browser. They'll see your server name, the description. They're obviously going to see the icon. And then however your max players are, for example, if you're running on a server that doesn't have a lot of good hardware specs, then you can set this number a little bit low to keep a large amount of players out to prevent lag and stuff. The default is 32. You can set it to whatever you want, though. I mean, really 5,000 and see what happens. It's probably not going to be good, but you can see what happens. You can set your world, and these worlds will give you guys documentation on what types of maps exist in the vanilla game. And then, of course, if you want to go into the plugins and then add your own maps, if you want to do that, then you can set those to whatever maps are put in the plugins. And then last is the game mode. So then you can put in the game mode, which will also be included in documentation. We'll have different game modes created from Oversight Games. And of course, if you want to make your own game mode for whatever reason, then you can go ahead and make your own game mode and put it in the plugins. So the big question is, what works and what doesn't? Well, right now, of course, our preferences and server info, they're just really simple INI files, and those work. They're compiled and then deployed to the server, and then it runs with certain parameters. Our player data, obviously, that has to work, so we can give people different moderator privileges. This is just vanilla moderator privileges, so it'll give you a mod panel. You can spawn cars and items and stuff. And then our last big thing is just getting the plugins integrated, and that's something that we're going to have to work on. And then we also have to figure out how players information is going to be stored, like their inventories and stuff. But this is definitely going to allow people to be creative, add their own things, create custom game modes inside of the Unreal Engine, and really it gives you guys power to do whatever you want inside of Civil using our tools. Could be good for people who want to make mods, tools, and stuff like that for the Civil framework. This is just the beginning foundation for something that I think could be really, really interesting and fun for you guys. Let me know what you think about this. I know this is a little bit of a weird Civil Saturday video, but I just wanted to show you guys what we were working on currently because I think it's really interesting and I want to hear some feedback. What do you think about this idea? It could be really, really cool, I think, and people could really enjoy it. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. This is Civil Saturday. I'll see you guys next time.